time that Mata's devotee does satsang, a chowki in their house. Mata transforms herself into a little baby, a little girl, not a baby, a little child, and she comes in and she wanders around. So one of the devotees did satsang. Mata came to her house and she was doing seva. Everyone is sitting, she's feeding everyone langar and she's feeding everybody food. While everyone is seated, Bhaironath sits in that line as well. And moment Mataji reaches Bhaironath knew it was Mata. Mata knew it was Bhaironath. And Bhaironath takes the food out of Mata's hands and throws it away. He said, I don't want this food, I want meat. He said, I want alcohol. Mata said, this is not what I'm going to feed you here. So he gets mad at Mata. And Mata always keeps her two close devotees, Veer and Langud. And she starts running once she sees that Bhairo carried his weapon and is chasing after her. And now she's running up the mountain. First question arises. She's Durga. She kills so many demons. She was scared. Whenever God incarnates on earth, they play games. You might know the word Leela. The divine plays. Mata knew that she can just snap a finger and he will be destroyed. But then again, all of our time of death, place of death, it's been decided. Birth timing, when you're going to be born and when you are going to be dead, when you're going to leave this body, is predetermined. So don't worry about dying. When it's your time, no one can stop it. So live. You know how we're God-fearing people? We love to fear God to do bhakti. If I don't do this, Mata, my Guru, my God, Ram, Krishna is going to be unhappy. All you're doing is building negative thoughts into your mind. And when you build negativity in your minds, your actions, your bhakti is full of negativity now. Because you're not doing it out of love and compassion and devotion, you're doing it out of fear of making mistakes. And when you do it out of fear, there's no love. So anybody who comes into your gathering, anybody who comes into your house for satsang, because you're so fearful for something going wrong, you find that one thing that did go wrong and you hold on to it. Why? Because this is what you were focused on. That's why when satsang happened, someone says, what should we do? Have fun. What do? Enjoy yourself. No one said spiritual events have to be perfect. They have to be devotionful. They don't have to be excellent, over the top. People need to, wow, great. We don't need that. That is not how bhakti was meant to be. It was supposed to be full of love, compassion, and devotion towards doing something good. We got sidetracked. I want my puja to be the best so people can talk about it. Then only people will talk about it, God will not. Because you did puja to impress God, but then you got carried away impressing people. And when you impress people, you get 2 seconds of praises. And then they come with their mindset, thinking about negative and bad, and then they will take that one wrong thing and they will take that home. But a true devotee walks into a spiritual place, want to take something good home, and that person takes something good home. What is it? It's all about how you think. It's all about how you come in, the attitude you come home with, and the attitude you take back. If you want your bhakti to be successful, then stop fearing bhakti. If you want your bhakti to be successful, stop worrying about things going wrong and only worry about your devotion. And with devotion, anything you do will become bhakti. Like Dhanna Jat. Someone told, Pandit was praying, I will get back to the Mata ki Chadhai in a second. Dhanna Jat, one of his bal died, one of the ox died, the bulls died. He was a farmer. And he was so frustrated, it's really hard for him to do all the farming work because he doesn't have proper equipment anymore. So he went to one of the pandits who was praying to a Thakur. Thakur is something on a small stone with eyes and everything built on it. And that was Thakur. So they were praying to Thakur and he asked this pandit, he said, what are you doing? He said, I'm praying to my God. He said, who is that? He said, this is Thakur. What is Thakur? Thakur takes away all my problems. That's all the pandit said. He wasn't wrong. Dhanna was innocent. He didn't know the cleverness of bhakti, that I have to do it right so people like me. He didn't have that. He just wanted to do it and let it be right or wrong. Let God decide. So Dhanna was innocent. And he asked the pandit, he said, give me a Thakur too. I have a lot of work pending at my house. If he does everything for you, I want some work done in my house too. Give me Thakur. He said, that's not how you get Thakur. He said, just give me a Thakur. He said, okay, come tomorrow. Pandit was frustrated. He said, come tomorrow. He just grabs a stone from the ground and hands it to him and said, this is Thakur. A random stone, he just grabs it and hands it and says, this is your Thakur. Have fun. You know how no offense to parents, but you know how we just hand the kid phones so they stay away from you? We just give it to them. Alright, go play on the phone, leave us alone. Thakur, here's your Thakur. Go play with him, have fun. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Everything you do is good because your intention to make your child a better person will always be there. Doesn't matter what you do in between. Don't overthink some things. So he takes Thakur home, he puts him on the altar, he says, okay Thakur, my bull died, I need a bull. Nothing happened. He just sits there. He said, okay, you know what, I'm sorry, you just came to my house, people have to do some rituals, let me go find them out. He goes to the pandit and says, how do you make a Thakur happy? He did everything that he had to do. He said, you have to fast, you have to do this. So he started fasting. Dhanna did not eat for a day. Dhanna did not eat for 2 days. He closed the door and everybody's standing outside saying, Dhanna, what is wrong with you? That is not how it works. He said, but the Pandit said that Thakur takes away your problem. Thakur does everything for you. Whatever you ask Thakur, Thakur gives it to you. So if this is Thakur and he's in my house and he's my Thakur, I want him to give me what I'm asking for. But he took care of Thakur. He just did it out of innocence. He said, okay, food. Let me make makki roti and saag. And he just hands it. He says, okay, here. He puts it in a plate in front of the Thakur. He says, eat it. Then he says, oh, you're a stone. How can you eat? You don't have arms. Let me feed you. Innocence. He starts feeding him. Why aren't you not eating? Why are you not eating? Every single person standing outside just left him. What was the word? Dhanna's gone crazy. Dhanna's gone crazy. He doesn't even know the meaning of bhakti. He doesn't even know what bhakti is. He doesn't even know what he's doing. Dhanna is crazy. Wife left him. Daughter left him. Everybody left him. Dhanna's locked inside the room for 5 days and nothing. When everyone left, when the show is over, guys, guess what? The show is over. People left. What happened? Thakur became a bull and Dhanna is on his farm Thakur appeared in front of him. Dhanna had no idea what to do. Came as a bull. Now what people see is one bull and Dhanna in the back, but they don't see anything else in the second. And only Dhanna gets to see that. And guess what? Everything is happening. The meaning behind the story is longer than what I'm going to tell you now. Bhakti is not based off conditions. Bhakti is based off of devotion. Bhakti is based off of love. I make so many mistakes when I do spiritual stuff. But they're all successful. For myself. I don't know about how you feel about it. If I'm doing Navratri, if I'm fasting, even if I make a mistake, my mind doesn't tell me I made a mistake. My mind tells me, okay, I made a mistake, but now I know it's a mistake, so I'm going to stop now. You correct yourself. That's what life is all about. So bhakti is supposed to be innocent. Bhakti is not supposed to be clever. If I do it like this, maybe Maharaji will get happy, or Guru will get happy, or Mata will get happy. Don't overthink this. Be a toddler. Be innocent. Go to anybody, go wherever you want, get that happiness. Child is innocent, so when you see a child's face, you tend to smile and you just get that happiness. Become that toddler where anybody looks at you, they just smile that this is a happy person that is standing in front of me. So don't overthink bhakti. So now Mata is in the front, Bhairov's in the back, and Veer and Lagur are right next to Mata and they're going up the mountain. This is Vaishno Devi, guys. This is how people go to Vaishno Devi nowadays. Mata reaches up the mountain a little bit. Veer and Lagur gets thirsty. So she takes an arrow, she puts it onto the rock and water flows. And right now, it's called Ban Ganga. And the slogan is, now people are taking shower in it because the water is really cold. This is Ban Ganga, Pani Thanda, Jo Nahave, Hove Changa. Those are the mantras people recite when they're showering in it. But in reality, Ban Ganga, they drank some water, they go up. And then Mata rests for a moment, and that place is turned Paduka. Then they go up a little bit and Mata stays in a cave for 9 months. It's called Adkavari. Then she goes up to a hill which is like mountain that is steep. That if you slip, a lot of stuff can happen. It's very, very steep. Hathi Matha, elephant's head. It's not like this, it's like this. I'm not sure if you've ever been in San Francisco, and if you drove in San Francisco, they should rename those streets and call them Hathi Matha. Simple as that. They're horrible. But if you go to San Francisco, point that. Ban Ganga. It relates with Navta Bhakti. Prathama Bhakti Santanikar Sangha, Dusra Ratmam Katha Prasanga, Gurupad Pankaj Sevya Tisri Bhakti Mahan. Ban Ganga Amrit. When you go to a spiritual place, you know what's Ban Ganga? Satsang is Ban Ganga. Amrit. Guru Vat Pankaj Sevya Tisri Bhakti Aman. You decide to go to a spiritual place. That's the first step of bhakti. Prathama Bhakti Santanikara Sangha. And that is not me speaking, that's Ramcharitamanas speaking. And Ramcharitamanas not only, this was Ram explaining to Shabari. Prathama Bhakti Santanikara Sangha. Get to a saint. Dusari Ratimam Katha Prasanga. Listen to the Katha and Prasang and the Satsang, which is the Ban Ganga. First step was Veer and Lagur found Mata and went with Mata. That was the Pratham Bhakti. Ban Ganga, listening to the Satsang, understanding what God is all about. Then third, Guru Pad Pankaj Sevaya Tisari Bhakti Aman, which is Charana Paduka in the Vaishno Devi Chakra. You go into a shelter of a guru, you get that Brahma Gyan, you get initiated, you get to understand God from inside, not from outside. And now your journey starts. Now the journey starts. You think going to a spiritual place, getting acquainted with God, getting Brahmagyan, getting to see that light inside is done? Oh no, brothers and sisters, that is the beginning. You just got hired. The first 3 months are going to be crucial because you're going to be learning new things. People will like you, no one will like you, a lot of people will like you. There's so much that happens. And you know what not liking you? Someone telling you, what path did you choose? You're not supposed to be there. You were born a Hindu. You were born a Muslim. You were born Isai. You were born Sikh. What kind of path have you gone on to? Those are the hakimata. Those are the troubling times that people put us through. But remember this, Meera, Meward's queen. Meward was a kingdom. And she was the queen. She had every worldly possession that anybody can attain. She was the queen. But when she knew that she needed to find God, she had to leave everything. The whole family came to Meera and says, Meera, what is wrong with you? You've gone crazy for this guru person who is low caste. It doesn't even match our ranking. And this person is such low rank and you're making us look bad, Meera. Stop. You have every single thing in this world. You are the queen. Why are you letting people, small people, little bhakti here and there, destroy all the luxuries you have in the world sitting with you? Jewelry, you have all the silk sheets, you have every single thing that a person desires, Meera. You have everything. So why are you going after this one person who is poor, don't have anything, sits on the floor, his clothes are ripped, and he's chamar, he's low caste? Why are you going to this person? Now Meera had two choices, brothers and sisters. Like Dhanna had two choices. He could have just listened to the knocks on the door saying, what is wrong with you, Dhanna? That is not how you do bhakti. Stop. Stop, Dhanna. Stop. People are knocking on Meera's door saying, Meera, that is not the right way to do bhakti. Let me show you, who don't even know bhakti, but let me show you. Stop, Meera. Stop. That is not the right way, Meera. Stop. Meera could have stopped, right? But did Meera stop? We let people influence our life. A third person walks from outside, tell us, this is how you, if I come to your life and tell you, stop living like this. Imagine a child coming into your life. I'm a different story, I get it. Stop living like this. Stop walking like this. Your hair don't look good like this. You need to smile more. You need to stop smiling too much. What if someone comes to your life and constantly tells you how to do things? How would you feel? But when it comes to spirituality, you want to take every third person's advice. Every third person's advice. Oh, you don't want to do this. This is not good. If you feel it's good, it is bhakti. If you feel this is going to get you closer to God, it is bhakti. But just remember, there are some rules that are put down by God Himself. That in order for you to start your bhakti, you need to know what bhakti is. That's why prathama bhakti santana karasanga. The first step of bhakti is going to a guru. So all these distractions, all the distributions, all these unnecessary comments from the world outside, you need to decide, you want to be that winning horse in the race? You know why they put this? These little cover thingies on the horses when they're racing? So they're not distracted by their opponents or other horses, or someone gets scared by somebody or something. So they only see what they need to attain. They don't see anything else. Brothers and sisters, as awkward it may sound, be the racehorse. Only focus on what that matters to you. Only focus that will grow you. Only focus on that will bring you higher. Only focus on that will make you become godly. Only focus on something that will make you dhanna. Only focus on something that will make you Mira. Only focus on something that will make you Namdev. Only focus on something that will make you Buddha. Don't want to become Shrupnaka, who was lusting over someone else's husband. You don't want to become Putna. In the name of love, mother's milk, she wanted to kill God himself. Who do you want to become? You want to become Mira. You want to become Dharma. So when you go to God's place, when you go to a spiritual place, you fold your hands and say, God, please make me like those bhakts that had nobody in life. Make me into those kind of bhakts that doesn't need the world, but they were so happy with whatever they had. Make me one of those people. Instead of the complications of the world, what happens? When you're going up the ladder, if you're going up the stairs, if you have no baggage, you will get up there slowly. What if I hand you two suitcases that people bring from India when they go traveling? That's 50 pounds each. Guess what? Carry them upstairs. Would your pace slow down a little? Who's Superman? Would your pace slow down a little because you have some weight on you, right? That's people's comments, guys. That's the world. This is not right. Don't do this. Are you differing from your original path? What would God do? What would that do? What would that do? How would that person think? My mom is not going to like it if I go into a spiritual place. My father is not going to accept me. All these is getting 50, 60, 70 pounds. And he's collecting and collecting, and guess what? Hatimata is already so steep. A journey, the bhakti's journey is so steep already. Any heavy lifting will slow you down. And matter of fact, you will just stand on the first step thinking, this is too hard. I can't do this. I give up. This is too much. I can't do this. Too much stress. Too much. The stress was accumulated by you. Guru gave you Brahma Gyan with no baggage in hand. You chose to fill those bags up with unnecessary stuff. Who do you blame? Gurbani says, Dadda dosha na diche. Don't blame others. Dosha karami apneya. The blame is to your own karma. Because you decide to accumulate unnecessary stuff from the world. Jo main kita, so main paya. Dosha na diche. Whatever I did is what I attained. Do not blame the world. This is your karam kahani. This is the story of your life. You know it. God knows it. But one person that does not know is your own self, the inner self that makes you think of other things. So let's hear a bhajan. Bhajan that talks about karam kahani. Bhajan that talks about what your Atma knows, what Paramatma knows, but then you as the mind don't know, don't want to know. And then we'll continue satsang from there. Boli Shri Satguru Maharaj Ji ki, Sache Darbar ki.
परमात्मा भी जाने तेरी कर्म कहानी, तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। कहाँ छुपेगा रे प्राणी, प्राणी रे, कहाँ छुपेगा रे प्राणी, तेरी आत्मा भी जाने।
परमात्मा भी जाने।
तेरी कर्म कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। कितने ही पर्दों में पाप कमाए तो, कितने ही जितनों से भेद छुपाए तो, कितने ही पर्दों में पाप कमाए तो, कितने ही जितनों से भेद छुपाए तो, भले बुरे की कहानी, भले बुरे की कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। तेरी कर्म कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। तेरी कर्म कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। जग जिसे कहते हैं कर्मों की खेती है, जैसा कोई बोए उसे वैसा फल देते हैं। जग जिसे कहते हैं कर्मों की खेती है, जैसा कोई बोए उसे वैसा फल देती है। तूने बोया क्या है प्राणी, ओ तूने बोया क्या है प्राणी, तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। तेरी कर्म कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। तेरी कर्म कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। प्रभु की दुआरे तेरा आना ही बहुत है, बोल के न बोल पछताना ही बहुत है। प्रभु की दुआरे तेरा आना ही बहुत है, बोल के न बोल पछताना ही बहुत है। जो है विपदा सुनाई तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने। कैसे कैसे पतित महान बन जग में, कैसे कैसे पतित महान बन जग में, कैसे कैसे पापी गुणवान बन जग में। कौन वो मनुष्य है जो दुनिया में आया हो, फिर भी कभी ना कोई पाप कमाया हो। जब तेरी आँख खुले तब ही सवेरा है, क्षमा कर सबको भगवान तेरा है।
all believe that God knows everything. But it is still our responsibility to do the right thing, make the right decisions. Guru always puts you through phases of life which are uncomfortable. God always puts you through phases of life which are highly uncomfortable. It's called pariksha. Do we get frustrated from pariksha? Do we get scared when pariksha comes? Do we doubt our faith when pariksha comes? Do we question things around us when pariksha comes? But if we do all of that, does that change the course of pariksha? If something good is happening to your life, it's going to happen. If something bad is going to happen in your life, it is going to happen. The fact is how you react to it. I was cooking today, so I burnt my hand. You can't see it, but it's there. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. I'm going to complain about this for a week. Would this change the fact that it's just a burn? What can you do to fix it? What can you do to fix this? So why do I need to let you know? I told 3 people already and no one put an ointment on this. So teri karma kahani, teri atma bhi jane, Paramatma bhi jane, and no one else really cares. Right? That's life, guys. Your karam kahani is your kahani. And if anybody can correct your kahani, is the one who wrote your kahani. So why don't you go to that person? Teri karam kahani was written by who? That's all you gotta focus on. That is your decision to make now. I'm not gonna decide for you. Who wrote your karam kahani? The story of your karma, story of your life. Who wrote it? When is pain going to come? When is suffering going to come? When is happiness going to come? When you're going to be blessed with something and when something's going to be taken away from you? Life story.